Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. We're again live. I apologize. I didn't stream last night. I got home extremely late, and that's not on. There we go. And basically, I just couldn't. I just needed to sleep, so I had to skip streaming last night. But this was the piece I was planning on working on last night. I'm gonna finish this up because I want to turn this into a thing for my business cards. So I'm going to finish this, and then I'll have new business cards soon. Uh, yeah. So I also have found what is it? Certain companies are using programs like Canva. They got Canva Pro and all that. And I'm like, I'm not paying for it. First off, I don't want it. But when I look at it, I go, there are AI elements in it, which is understandable. I've used it as a tool. I'm not using it to generate this. Because then it's no longer my style. It's somebody else's style that I'm ripping off. And I don't like that. That annoys me. So when I talk to AI artists and sit there and go, oh, some people can't, do that. It's just how it is. I don't care. You know, if you don't want to practice it, that's on you. You know, I practice my art. I have a talent for it, yes, but I practice this. I practice getting better. I practice getting more out of everything that I do. So this is not, hey, I can just go ahead and do it. No, I'm like, I practice getting this down. So, I mean, yes, there's all different levels of art. Um, yeah, I know a few people that they're like, oh, I'm an artist. And I go, oh, I don't understand who's telling you this, that you're an artist, but hey, you do you. But welcome in, welcome in. Uh, I just, I don't know, doing doing the work and or having something else do the work for you are two different things. You either do the work or you're having somebody else do it for you and taking their credit, which is not uncommon nowadays. So, but let's get to work on this piece. I mess with my settings on my tablet, so if it looks like everything is real small in this area, it's because I stopped zooming in. So I didn't realize that it was basically zooming everything in so that way it doesn't match. I have a small tablet, so yeah, it's gonna. I don't have a lot of space on there. I mean, my tablet is. I have rather large hands, so my tablet is about the size of both my hands. So yeah, two hands, boom, that's it. Um, I eventually will upgrade when I can. Um, it's on the right now it's on the back burner, but it's more of a I'll get it when I can afford it, or when I make enough out of this. So uh, is that? I just realized that might not be straight. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix something. I just found a screw up, which is fine. Oh, that's not what I'm gonna need to. was weird. My music just randomly stopped. I'm going to try this again. Be working with music as opposed to no music. Okay. Well, while that's loading. Oh, there we go. That's weird. Skip some of these. There we go. Back to the music. Now back to the fixing. Okay. Oh. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, see? That looks pretty good. get to that segment. What is going on? Okay, my music just. I guess my internet must be slow. Something's going on. I don't understand why this is going on off so much. I don't understand what's going on, why it's doing as much as it's doing. Yeah, anyways. Clearly, my music from there is not going to be playing today. If it comes back, it comes back. I'll be happy if it does. Whatever. Okay. Let me get the background and I'll finish up this crap underneath him. I can't believe I forgot all that back there. Okay, let's multiply. Okay. That's going much faster than it was before. coloring of this is gonna suck. But I'm gonna get that done too. Not tonight, obviously, but I'm gonna try to get this inked all the way through. Um, as best I can. Let's switch those. There we go. Much better. Refresh something. Cool. Yeah, stop it in. Feel free to hit that like, follow button over on TikTok. Give me a share, all sorts of stuff. Follow that little prompt at the top there as best you can. Yeah, I think I might be changing my schedule just a little bit when it comes to streaming at night. Um, my wife and I both agree that Sunday night might be a best time not to stream because I work all day. I work an 8-hour shift basically for my normal job, which is very taxing on the body, and it's very hard to stay awake sometimes. So yeah, we're thinking that Sunday nights might be my night off from streaming, which is understandable. I mean, I do a lot of family time during that time too, so I don't want to give you guys um, less of my time. So I think that is going to probably be the next step here. There's definitely an art to this stuff. Okay. Take a look. Let me get down here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's going faster than stained glass. I will be doing more of the body after I finish stained glass in the background. Because the background, what else do I need to do? I need to throw some shadows in the bottom here, or at least some thickness into this line right here. Clean up these. God, those look terrible. I'm gonna fix those. I like the cracks. I hate these lines. I think they need to be thicker. Which ones? No, these need to be thicker. It's in the shadow. So, which is I can clean those up. Actually, see, that already gives it more depth than it was. Couldn't even do a little bit more, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on, why this is so taxing on everything. I know I'm recording on top of streaming, so I'm gonna post this later on the Red app, but still, this should not be that taxing. I've done this multiple times before. Interesting. I see some of the when people come into the stream, I get to see some of the interesting screen names for people that come in here. Like I got a person over on the Purple app that I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great that they follow me, but Toliker, Toliker's something just interesting nicknames. Like was not expecting that. What was it? There was one that came in one night that it was just 4 words, and I'm like, well, why would you put that as your name? But you know, it is what it is. To each their own. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that my wife's cousin uh, follows me on the Purple app, and he he will pop in here and there for as the Cup of Chaos, but it's an inside joke just because of the fact that he had to sign he signed up specifically for that app just so he could follow me and watch me, work on my drawings and stuff like that. But it's funny all because of the fact that when there's an inside joke with that. So we went to dinner one time and he knocked over my wife's full lemonade at a table in front of our kids. And instead of like, oh, we got it all cleaned up, but instead of like giving him a foam cup with a top and everything, they give it to my wife. So she goes, "Oh, thanks. I get the cup of shame because you knocked over my lemonade." But so now every time we see them, we go, or we go out to dinner with them, when they're in town, we go, "Oh, you getting the cup of shame tonight?" They even renamed their group chat as Cup of Shame and took a picture of a styrofoam cup just for it. So, it's a funny moment that I'm just like, really? You know what? I just realized I do not like this because I needed the curve more. So we're gonna take that. Okay. Don't outline. Drop this down. No, let's do that. Welcome in, welcome in. Please tap that follow button. I am trying to get to eventually 1,000 followers on TikTok for the purple 25. So I'm just trying to get more people to follow. So I've actually, um, I've had a couple people now request um, commissions from me, which feels very odd. Because I'm like, I've had some people ask me to do some drawings. Don't get me wrong, but to want to pay me to get the drawings done um, is a different situation. Because don't get me wrong, I do suffer from imposter syndrome quite often. Like, don't get me wrong, I know I'm good, but I don't think I'm good enough to sometimes make it. shut those voices down and just plug away. My wife helps with that because she's like, you know, you're good enough, but still, until I feel like I'm an imposter until I actually make something out of it. This is why when somebody finally decides to go, hey, I like your work, I want to hire you, I'll probably feel like an imposter. Even then, I'll probably still feel it a little bit, but still, it's not uncommon. So, welcome in, welcome in. I just, you know, having, I mean, this is, even this is like, this is meant more to keep me accountable and get my work done. It's like, otherwise, I will slack off if there's no tomorrow. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will work, but it's just like, do I really have to? By streaming, I now feel like I'm accountable more to people that want to see what I am doing. Like you guys. Um, it keeps me from falling behind more than anything. So the fact that I am the fact that I'm able to keep me streaming every night is kind of awesome to me. So why is it skipping so much? No, go back to that song. I like that song. Okay. Okay. Now I can get to. Oh, not gonna lie, that's gonna be a pain to paint the color. I'm somewhat not looking forward to that just because of the fact that all those different colors. Oh man, oh man. Time is it? Oh, it's 11. I'm cool. No, it's 11 my time. I don't know what time it is for you guys. I'm streaming from Illinois in West here. So we're Central Standard Time. No, there's probably people up still on the East Coast that are, is it, they're an hour ahead, so it's probably 12 midnight for them now. There's still people on the West Coast that are, it's still only 9 o'clock for them. So. I might have to thin that line out a little bit more. Try something. Yeah. Like this. A little bit. I'm just gonna erase it. I just selected everything. That was a dumb move. Okay, deselect. E, thank you. Okay, now looks much cleaner. You see the line, but you don't really see the lines. Now it gives it that depth that's in the light and sitting more on top. If I go too thick for that line, it's gonna look too weird. But then on top of that, when I put the shadows around the fingers there, because of the edge of everything, that will give it more depth. I probably can thicken this area of the line a little bit. I'm not going to. So. Oh. You know what? Oh, okay. Okay. gonna save that part of it. Because I don't think I'm gonna get to this tonight. Something's just telling me it's gonna be a little too much for me to do tonight. But let's get that done. I think I can color some of this in. Use a certain brush tool to get that. Same with all that in there. Okay. Now, let me grab a different pen. There was the pen I'm looking for. Oh, just trying to read certain names. Yeah, feel free to click that follow button. Would greatly appreciate it. Um, did I go in reverse for this one? It did, didn't it? I don't know why I did that, but I did. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to flip this because now oh, that is too much. Okay. Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I oh here, let me flip this and show you the full piece here. Just keeping it going. So. Thank you for all the likes. Greatly appreciate that. So. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. Where did that? I'm gonna fix that. Drop that down. Well, thank you for all the likes. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. And thanks for all the likes. Do that. Oh, man. Surprised I didn't see it. Okay. happiest moments of drawing. Yes, I could do this and find a way to do this faster with the brush and all this other stuff, but it's not going to look as good. It's, it's not going to take into consideration this is a curved form. I have to now go back on some of this and come back the other way on some of it. Just that way it looks cleaner, more rounded. Then on top of that, this looks more man-made because of the fact that I can round it out. You know, something that's man-made, yes, you can make it consistent, but there's still going to be the flaw of the potential. That not everything's going to look the same. Yeah. Well, if you're wondering what brushes I'm using, um, there's a professional artist, or inker. He created his own brushes for Clip Studio. And I think he also has them for um, Photoshop as well. But he created his own brushes and his own brush set that you can get from him. I don't know if he still has them for free or um, if they're like $25 or something like that. I think he set them for free at one point in time, and I think I picked them up real quick when he did that on his Gumroad. But Jimmy Reyes is the inker. He's he's done some work on David Finch's stuff. And when I used to watch David Finch do his Monday Night Draws, that allowed me to learn how to get into the industry better, and then on top of that, learn what I need to get better. So, did I draw along with him? No. Did I follow him and then learn from him? Of course. He was well, I agree. He was the inspiration, somewhat of the inspiration to really kind of keep drawing more, um, and pick up doing my own books again and getting my own stories together. Um, Most of it was actually due to my wife, who goes, "Hey, you have all this time. We have a newborn. When you're not watching the newborn, how about you get a job doing something?" And I'm like, "Okay, what should I do?" And she goes, "Well, you like drawing. You like art. Get back into doing that." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Maybe I'll put together a comic book," which is what I've been working on for the past 5 years. Um, you know, some people have taken longer to put their own book out. I had a lot of story written out already, so and I just needed to put it in a script format and then draw the pages, and that's what I've gone through and started doing more of. And you guys will. That's what I do most of the time now when I stream. If I'm not doing um, some fundamental works on Fridays, which is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow night. Fundamentals Fridays is what I have started to wanted to do. You know, anatomy, um, perspective, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to start trying to incorporate everything. And if you guys have questions on things, or you want to see how I work out my process of trying to get that drawn out, feel free to shoot a question over. I always appreciate helping out. Um, I'm learning just as much as a lot of people are, and if my process helps you, I got no problem with that. I would rather succeed together than fail alone. Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? Thanks for the likes. Greatly appreciate it. Uh, my actual name is Wes. I greatly appreciate that. I try to, as you can see in my Instagram there, that's my first name. I you go by the handle Shining Silence just because that's character I eventually want to put out there that I'll eventually show you guys when I start working on that story. But yeah. But thank you, Randy, for asking questions and the comments. Also, greatly appreciate the likes and stuff like that. So. Feel free to drop a follow as well if you want. Oh, well, a little too crazy on that one. Oh, there's the end. I have a couple of favorite colors, but okay. Let's go the opposite way. Okay. For this piece, I'm actually finishing this piece to add to my business card. Um, it all depends on the piece that I'm doing and how big the piece is going to be. Do you want color? Do you not want color? Type of things. Um, if you want more information on that, feel free to drop me a DM, and I will gladly give you more information if you want to commission a piece. So. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I thought it looked cool enough that if I put it on a business card, it would be eye catching. And then on top of that, I originally was going to do it with just the pencils. And my wife was like, she saw the piece, it was like, you think that will look okay, on a business card? So I was like, I will try inking it, see how much more comes out. And I think it looks better inked. Again, luckily she didn't catch me yesterday when I was on for a little bit yesterday working on this. But she came in after I said, "Oh, yeah, don't tell my wife. This looks a lot better inked." I didn't want to tell her that. She gets a little big-headed when she's right on things, but that's okay. Yeah, I've got two. Um, so they they are great kids. My son loves when I do stuff. So he always wants to draw with me nowadays. So when I get the chance to draw with him, I draw. So, but this is more of my. I try to trying to break in and make this more of my full-time job of art. I'm a tennis coach by trade. So. And I'm not gonna lie, don't mind teaching tennis. It is rough on the body, especially after, I tried to make it professionally at one point in time, so I kind of like beat up my body quite a lot. So playing at such a high level it's tough. Oh, what are you doing, dog? Oh, so I have two cats and a dog. He's a 90 pound Rhodesian Ridgeback that sometimes thinks he's a lap dog, but that's only because he's used to me being able to pick him up. So I treat him as a lap dog too much. Um, but yeah, he is. he decided to come join me in my room, my office here. I'm sorry to hear that. There's some people are not cut out to always be parents, which is not. Don't dare jump on me, kid. I see you. Uh, yeah, I've met plenty of people that they. I've looked at them and I said, you really shouldn't be a parent sometimes. Just their behaviors, but they're. I mean, some people are good at it. Some people are bad at it. You know, key part is when it's important to show up, you need to show up. And there are a lot of people out there that will have a tendency not to nowadays because they think that it's okay to just run away from it. Eventually, they'll get it. They'll get what's coming to them. It's just a matter of time, which sucks. That time will eventually have to catch up to them, but. Let me. I gotta do this piece right here. Let me. coach. That's what I do for my main job. I wish I could be doing this full time. So I could be home more often. But yeah, I go live pretty much every night. I think Sundays are gonna be the only night I don't go live. So generally go live 10 to midnight, pretty much every night now. The only night I don't, I'm probably not gonna go live. It's Sunday nights, just because I have a lot of work that day at my normal job. So come on. Why is that? No, that is way too much. There we go. That's more what I'm looking for. No, it's too much pressure though. I'm going to end it there. Feel free to give me a follow. I will be back on tomorrow night. I'll be doing a lot of fundamental stuff tomorrow. So, feel free to draw along if you want. If you have a question about certain things on that, feel free to ask tomorrow. But I will be on tomorrow sometime around 10. So, have a good TikTok. Have a good night. I'm also going to head over to my Twitch here and end the stream over there as well. But I gotta end TikTok first here. So have a good night. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. Okay? Now, Twitch, I'm also gonna end you because I think you guys are eating up a ton of my CPU right now. So I am gonna say good night. If you want to catch me another time, or if you want to catch a rerun of this, feel free to stop over at my YouTube. Ooh, hello. Sorry for as loud as that was. Okay, have a good night, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow.